guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's April, and in today's video I'm bringing you an Instapot meal. This is a staple in our house, and this meal is an Instapot chicken teriyaki bowl. Well, I should say bowls, because this actually makes quite a bit and you'll have leftovers for lunch. This recipe is super easy, and using the Instapot is wonderful because you can use it on the weeknights and it makes quick and easy meals for your family. If you're interested in this, let's go ahead and get started. To make this recipe, you're going to need an Instapot, of course. You'll also need some boneless, skinless chicken breast, probably around a pound or two depending on how much you want to make. You also need salt and pepper, some garlic powder, some ground ginger, teriyaki sauce, soy sauce, but that's optional. You'll also need some rice, and I like to use jasmine rice, but you can use whatever rice you like, some low sodium chicken broth. You'll need some kind of oil to cook in. You can cook in sesame oil or canola oil. I use canola oil. You'll also need 2 bell peppers and some heads of broccoli. You can use 1 or 2 depending on how many you like. Some sesame seeds, some green onions, and that should be about it. Also, you could also add hot sauce too, FYI, if you wanted at the end, but you'll see that later on. The first thing I did was spray my Instapot with some non-stick cooking spray. This is optional, but I find that this helps because usually whenever I use my Instapot, sometimes food will stick to the bottom, and this kind of helps keeping things from sticking and preventing it from being too hard to get out of the pot. Next, you're going to need to rinse your rice. I used about 2 cups of rice. You're going to need to rinse your rice until the water runs clear, and then place that in the bottom of your Instapot. After you place your rice in your Instapot, the next thing you're going to do is add about 2 cups of chicken broth to your rice. Once you put the chicken broth in, you're going to need to make sure your rice is completely covered, and if you need to, you can also add water. Once you have all your rice in your Instapot, now you're going to need to prep your chicken. All you need to do is sprinkle salt and pepper on both sides of your chicken, ground ginger, and the garlic powder on both sides of your chicken as well. Once you've got your chicken the way you want it seasoned, the next thing you're going to do is place your chicken into your Instapot on top of the rice. After your chicken's placed on top of the rice, you're going to want to pour in your teriyaki sauce. This recipe calls for 1/4 a cup of teriyaki sauce, and then you can see in the video I started pouring 1/4 a cup, but then I decided I needed a little extra. A lot of times I try to measure things, but then I usually wing it and I want extra sauce, and who can say no to extra teriyaki sauce? So that's what I did, but that's up to you guys if you just want to put 1/4 in, or you can add as much as you like. Okay, now once that you have your chicken and your rice and teriyaki sauce in your Instapot, you're going to want to put your lid on and make sure your valve is set to sealing. Okay, now that you have your chicken and everything ready to go in your Instapot and you're waiting for it to heat up, once it heats up, mine is going to cook for about 10 minutes because that's what I have it set to. And then you're going to do a 10-minute natural release. And then once it's released, naturally released, then you're going to go ahead and press the button to do the quick release. Now what I'm doing while I'm waiting for the Instapot to heat up and cook is I'm cutting up my veggies. I'm cutting up my 2 bell peppers, and I actually love the red bell peppers. They're my favorite. I think they taste better than the green ones. I still like the green ones, but the red ones are my jam. I don't know if any of you guys do this, but I always like to place a grocery store bag next to my veggies while I'm cutting them, so then I can throw all the scraps in there and it makes for easy cleanup. Do any of you guys do something like that? I think I picked up that tip from Rachel Ray. She tends to use a bowl, but I find that we have a lot of grocery bags. We're trying to be better about using reusable ones, but a lot of times if we're in a pinch, we have the ones that you get from the grocery store, the plastic ones, and we'll reuse them to catch our scraps in. So I don't know if any of you guys do, but let me know down below if you do. As you can see, I'm slicing my bell peppers, and then I decided to go ahead and cut my broccoli before I chopped finished chopping my bell peppers. I don't know, mom brain, I don't know what's going on with me in this video, but after I sliced my bell peppers, I decided to go ahead and cut open my broccoli. So that's what you guys are seeing. And then once I chop up my broccoli, I put it in a colander. And of course my veggies are already cleaned and rinsed before I chop them up, but I put them in a colander to get out of the way, and then I finish chopping up my bell peppers. Okay, now I grab my frying pan and I go ahead and spray it down with some Pam spray, and I also put some canola oil in there. I'm having an issue with my pans, so I have to make sure they're really well oiled and sprayed down because they tend to stick a lot. It's time for me to get some new pans, I suppose. But anyways, I'm putting my Pam and oil in there, and now I'm going to wait for my pan to heat up. Once my pan is nice and heated, now I'm going to add my veggies. And I'm going to saute my veggies until they're nice and fork tender, but still with a little bit of chew in there, or a little bit of crunch in there, because I like to have a little bit of crunch to my veggies. Once your veggies are to the crunchiness or tenderness that you like, you're going to go ahead and add some teriyaki sauce. And I just eyeball it, but it says in the recipe it calls for spoonfuls of teriyaki, but I just add as much as I like. And then I also add in some soy sauce. The soy sauce is totally optional, but I prefer adding a little bit into my veggies when I'm cooking them. Now that my chicken and rice inside the Instapot is completely done, I'm going to go ahead and pull out my chicken and let it rest on the cutting board for about 5 minutes. When you do this, this ensures that the chicken keeps all its juices and is nice and flavorful. After I've let my chicken rest for about 5 minutes or so, I'm going to go ahead and chop it up and then add that back into my Instapot along with my broccoli and bell peppers and toss it around. And there you have it, guys. That is the Instapot chicken teriyaki bowls. I like to garnish mine with a little bit of sesame seeds and some green onions, but you could put some red pepper flakes or even some sriracha. That's pretty yummy as well. Let me know if you guys end up making this and what you think about it. Also, please let me know if you like these kind of videos, and I'll keep making some cook with me's. They're pretty fun, and I love quick and easy meals, especially being a mommy to a 7-month-old boy. These are the kind of meals I go to, something that's quick and easy. If you enjoy this and like these kind of videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment down below what your quick and easy favorite meal of the week is to make. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.